My name is Antonio Vargas. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to reveal. I am one of the creators and messengers of the Why Not Cosmic Paradigm Shift, a vision that dares to challenge the foundation of everything you think you know about life, purpose, and human potential. You've heard whispers of it, hidden in plain sight. Reverend Billy Graham spoke of it when he challenged the world to choose love and truth over greed and power. Gene Roddenberry imagined parts of it, a society where money had lost its grip and humanity looked to the stars. And in between satire and truth, even Seth MacFarlane has touched on it, specifically the last episode of Season 3 of The Orville, exposing the flaws of our current systems and hinting at something better, something more evolved. What I call the Why Not Cosmic Paradigm Shift is not fiction. It's not faith alone. It is a blueprint for heaven on earth, and it's backed by secrets hidden in the folds of my own life, my name, my journey, and the strange but undeniable experiences that led me here. I carry these truths like keys to the proverbial kingdom of heaven, not in some far-off cloud, but here, on this very earth. If you're still watching this, maybe you're one of the few ready to receive this message. Maybe it's time you asked yourself, why not? Stay with me, because the next few moments could begin to unlock the truth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. The paradigm has already shifted. Now you must choose to see it. Module 4, The Power of Good Beings, Taking Action. Video Lesson 11. What are the consequences of inaction? The consequences of inaction. When good people do nothing, the silent cost of doing nothing. What happens when good people stay silent? What happens when we witness injustice, suffering, or destruction and choose to look away? The truth is, every time we fail to act, the world changes, sometimes slowly, sometimes dramatically, but always for the worse. We often believe that inaction is neutral, that by standing still, we cause no harm. But in reality, doing nothing in the face of evil or destruction allows it to spread, unchecked. The consequences of inaction are profound, both for ourselves and for the world we leave behind. Examples of inaction in history. History is filled with moments where the failure to act had catastrophic consequences. Take, for example, the civil rights movement in the United States. How many years of injustice and inequality persisted because good people, people who knew it was wrong, did nothing. Segregation and discrimination continued because many who knew better chose to stay silent. They didn't speak up. They didn't act. And in that silence, injustice was allowed to thrive. The same is true for our environment. How many disasters could have been prevented if we had acted sooner? How many forests, species, and ecosystems have we lost because good people didn't stand up against environmental exploitation? The costs of doing nothing are clear. Lives are lost, ecosystems collapse, and opportunities for a better world slip away. Socratic reflection. How many injustices occur because people fail to act? So I ask you, how many injustices occur because people fail to act? How many lives are lost? How much suffering is prolonged? Because those who could have made a difference chose to do nothing? What would our world look like if good people had stepped up sooner? If we acted the moment we saw injustice, rather than waiting, hoping someone else would? The personal and global costs of inaction. The cost of doing nothing is not just felt by the world, it's felt within each of us. When we choose inaction, we also choose to turn away from our own power and potential to create change. We lose a piece of ourselves every time we look the other way, every time we remain silent when we know we should speak. But the cost extends beyond the personal. Inaction ripples out into the world, making it harder for those already suffering to find hope. Every time we fail to act, we add to the burden carried by those most vulnerable, those who cannot fight for themselves. We must recognize that the cost of doing nothing is greater than any risk we take by standing up. Inaction allows evil, destruction, and injustice to thrive. It's a choice that we can no longer afford to make. Socratic reflection. What are the costs of doing nothing in the face of evil? So, I ask you again, what are the costs of doing nothing in the face of evil? What does it cost us, personally and globally, when we allow harm to continue unchecked, when we choose comfort over courage? The cost is clear. It's the loss of our potential to create a better world. It's the deepening of divisions, the worsening of environmental destruction, and the prolonging of suffering. But it doesn't have to be this way. We can choose to act. A call to action. Inaction is a choice. Inaction is a choice to let the world remain as it is, or to allow it to grow worse. But there is another option. We can choose to act. We can choose to stand up for what's right, even when it's difficult, even when it's uncomfortable. History has shown us that the moment good people decide to act, the world changes. When we come together, we can solve even the most daunting challenges. We can fight injustice. We can protect the environment. We can create a world where compassion, equality, and sustainability are not just ideals, but realities. Socratic reflection. Will you choose to act or do nothing? So, the final question is, will you choose to act or do nothing? Will you remain silent in the face of suffering, or will you use your voice, your power to create change? The consequences of inaction are clear. Now, it's time to decide. The world needs us to act now more than ever. Together, we can rewrite the story. Together, we can make a difference. Socratic reflection. How many injustices occur because people fail to act? What are the costs of doing nothing in the face of evil? In the next lesson, we explore the role of collective action and how we can come together to create a lasting impact. Join me as we continue our journey in the Why Not Cosmic Paradigm Shift. You've heard the message. Now the question is, will you act? The Why Not Cosmic Paradigm Shift is not just a theory, it's a cosmic invitation. We have the technology. We have the knowledge. What we lack is awareness. And that starts with you. So, here's what you can do. It costs nothing. 1. Download the free ebook. 2. Share this video. 3. Subscribe for the next truth revealed. Look for the link to the free ebook, The Why Not Cosmic Paradigm Shift, The Irony and Legacy. If all you do today is pass this message forward, you've already become part of the shift. The sooner we spread this paradigm to every continent, every community, every mind, the sooner we awaken a new reality together. Because heaven on earth isn't just possible, it's inevitable if we act now. Again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. The shift has begun. Why not join it?